It's all good. It's all good. Just lay up. All right. Let's get started. For all of you here, this is the official players meeting for the Infinite DIscs Beehive Classic, formerly known as the Davis County Open. Welcome. We're gonna go through some information. These guys are here to make sure that I remember all the information. I've got some jotted down notes to remember it, but these guys are here to do it. So if you have any questions, ask them in the chat. Just keep them flying. These guys are going to watch the questions and bring some stuff up. So let's go over what's going down and when it's going down. Tomorrow, check-in for the tournament starts at 12 o'clock. You can come anytime between 12 noon and 8 p.m. at night to check in. Check-in is in the back. There is a fly that likes me. Check-in is in the back of the clubhouse at the Bluff. There's a door that you can access from the outside, so you don't need to go in the front door of the Bluff. We'll have a sign up that says Beehive Classic Check-in. So kind of follow that and go up the stairs. It's just a single man door, but you'll see people going in it hopefully. There you can collect your players pack. You can collect any, we're giving out tickets. So if you pre-signed up for any of the putting competition, distance competition, all golf, all those things, you get a ticket. This is a freaking carnival if you didn't know, okay? That's what tomorrow is like the Beehive Carnival essentially. It's pretty sweet. But anyways, you get a ticket for all those things. That you'll collect that at check-in. You also, if you absolutely cannot make check-in between that huge 8-hour window, between 12 noon and 8 p.m. at night, then you can check in before your round on Thursday. Just make sure you're there early enough to be able to get all your stuff, get warmed up, and still be to your tee time at least 10 minutes early. Hopefully there's no questions for that. Let's go down the list. All you guys that are worried about your discs in the water, I've talked to Preston with the Water Dogs. He is coming next week. He's going to spend Monday and Tuesday going through and combing these ponds. So those guys are the best. So they'll find some discs. So, dude, let them fly, man. Let them go. Let them get in the water. Let them do what they're supposed to do. Don't be afraid. Tomorrow, let's go through tomorrow. So you're checking in. There's also a lot of activities. There's a distance competition, which if you pre-registered for it, it was $10, right? So if you pre-registered for it, you're going to get 2 tickets for it. So you get 2 different tries, which each try you get 5 throws on the distance competition. There's there's advanced and above and intermediate and below. There's 2 categories you can throw in depending on what you're registered for. But you'll get 5 throws per ticket per try. So if you pre-registered, you're going to get 2 different attempts at it. You can do that anytime between noon and 8 p.m. Same thing with the putting competition. It was $10. We changed it to 5, so you'll get 2 different attempts at it. You can attempt these all you want. So you can buy more tickets for these things. More, they're going to be available. Those 2 events, the putting and the distance, we actually had a sponsor come in, and they're going to be there helping out. Talk to them. It's a company called Disc Exchange. So they're going to be there helping out, running that. And, go see how far you can throw. Just $5, man. Get on the board. The winner of each division for each thing. So there's going to be 2 winners. They'll all get a rangefinder, an Apex rangefinder. It's a disc golf specific one that measures in feet, so it's good. It's not Bushnell, let's see how it plays out, but it's an Apex. It's pretty sweet. It works great. How the distance and putting is going to work is we're going to take the top 2 from each one of those, and those top 2 are going to stick around until Saturday night after the final round. And we're going to have everybody there, and we're going to have a throw off between the top 2 on the distance, and we're going to have we're going to play pig on the putting one, or a horse or something like that, or disc. Maybe we'll get a little themed here, But you know what I mean. and it'll be pretty fun. It'll be sweet. So we're going to do that on the last day. The finals on the last day, but keep going throughout the day. You can, if you have the long distance and then someone beats you, go buy another ticket, man, and come back and do it again. All the tickets, you can buy all the tickets you want and get more. You can do that in the Bluff Clubhouse. They'll be up there at the counter. Just go up there, buy another ticket, use it for what you want. You can also use a ticket on the All Golf Challenge. The All Golf is going to be the same time frame, noon to 8 p.m., but you will it'll be 3 holes of disc golf, and there's a scorecard for us, and then you're going to have a hole of foot golf and a hole of ball golf on there. Don't tell Brody Smith I called it ball golf, because he doesn't like that. So just all you guys that are BFFs with him, I know there's a lot of you out there. Don't tell him. But so yeah, it'll be pretty fun. The best score overall on that at the end of the day is going to end up with a rangefinder. We got a lot of rangefinders today, giving out some sweet prizes. What else we have going on?
We got a question in the comments.
What's the question?
What time can we start practicing? Anytime after noon, right?
So the front course will be available at noon. And from what I understand, the back course will be available at 2 p.m. So there's still going to be golfers that are playing, finishing up their rounds out there. But the last golfer is going out before noon on the front, and they're going to make the turn onto the back if they're playing 18. And the last ones will be going through. So we'll be following them. So you got to be courteous to the golfers out there. Please, please, please be courteous. You can rent a cart. Carts, I believe, are $8 per round. So if you're going to play both courses, you can't just pay $8 and just play it all. Like, don't run these in the ground. These are business. They're nice. They're super generous to have us here. So if you're going to play both, pay for both, please, if you're getting a cart. If not, just walk. Keep the carts off of the tee boxes for golf. Keep them 30 feet away from the greens and 30 feet away from all the golf tee boxes, please, please. Or else we're never going to get carts again. They're not going to trust us, all right? Got to hold strong. We got to be good. So practice rounds are free to any registered player. You get all the rounds you want. Go play all the golf you want. Disc golf out there. Practice the courses. Do what you need to do tomorrow if you're ready. If you bring someone with you, like your cousin wants to come with and see the courses, or your caddy's going to be there or whatever, and they're going to come out and play, just have them go and pay a green fee in the clubhouse. It's $10. So they just got to pay a green fee.
Come check in, go play.
Exactly, man. That's a lot of golf, man. You can play a lot of golf out there. The one thing you do, though, is you need to get a tee time. So you can't just show up on the first tee and play. So even though it's free, you need to go into the clubhouse and sign up for a tee time. You can also call them tomorrow morning and just start getting those tee times set up.
Good point.
So get a tee time. Don't just go. Also tomorrow, there's going to be food trucks available. Starting around 4 or 5 p.m., they're going to roll into the parking lot, and you can go buy some food. I believe there's a corn dog one and a taco one and maybe more. So there'll be food available. They're also selling food in the clubhouse. They've got hot dogs, hamburgers, sandwiches, those kinds of things available up in there. Real good. There's also at night, there is a glow tournament. And if you've never played a glow round at the Bluff, we've only ever done one. So there's very few people that have done it. But those lucky few that have played that know that it is going to be one of the greatest glow rounds you ever played in your life. Snyder's Bluff does glow golf rounds, and so they've invested in all these beautiful LED lights. So Eric over there has created these amazing LED lights that go around the top of the basket, so you know exactly where the basket is. It's almost blinding sometimes. That's how great the lights are.
You almost don't even need a disc that glows. The fairways are lit up.
Serious. So and they're speaking of lighting up the fairways, they have these lights that they put up from the tee markers that are lit up with LED lights, and there's lights that light from there all the way to the basket. It's pretty friggin' sweet. So it'll be a different layout depending on how many we get. Most likely it's going to be 9 holes, and you'll play it twice. So it'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be a party. So stick around all day. You can get dinner here. You can play a glow round. The disc golf derbies, we talked about those. Those are fun too. So you can buy a ticket for those and sign up for those. You sign up for those where you are going to check in. So if you decide later in the day that you've already checked in at noon and you decide at 2:00, man, I think I want to do a disc golf derby on Thursday night or Friday night. Then go buy a ticket and then go back to the check-in area. My wife and my mom will actually be back there. Say hi to them, super nice ladies, and give them your ticket and sign up on the sheet for the derby. If you don't know what the derby is, neither do I. Just kidding. This is a sweet thing. We tried it once and it was a lot of fun. But we'll have groups of at least 20 start off on hole one. And if there's 40, we'll split it into two. If there's 60, we'll split it into three by division, and we'll go out. And whatever we do is that everybody throw a shot on hole one, and the people who have the lowest score on the hole move on to the next. So if one person aces it and everybody else twos or threes hole one, it's over. That guy wins. It's over. But more likely, if like 10 out of the 20 birdie it and the other 10 par or bogey, then only those 10 that birdie move on. And then it just keeps going until it whittles down to one guy left. Where these are at the end of the night, you may want to invest in something that glows, okay? Just because this is like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night that we're going to be starting this. This is going to be after the last cards come in. So it's a ton of fun. And depending on every division that we have, so if we have 40, we'll split into two divisions and rangefinders for the winners on those things. So that's $5 too. So that should take care of tomorrow, I think. Let's see, food trucks, check-in games, practice rounds, glow round, tickets at the pro shop.
Glow round starts at 9 p.m.
Glow round will start at 9. You have to be pre-registered on Disc Golf Scene. It's up on Disc Golf Scene, so register for that.
The tournament is walk only, so
yeah,
you can't buy or rent.
Someone asked a question.
Yeah.
And no
comments.
So just so you guys know, the PDGA has a rule about carts. So we did a sanctioned tournament round yesterday where we had carts. The reason we were able to do that is because it was part of the registration cost. The carts are not built into the registration carts. They don't have enough golf carts to handle the amount of disc golfers we have to be able to do it for the entire tournament. So we just don't do carts. So sorry, you got to walk. But it's super nice, lush green grass. I don't know where they get the water, but it's nice. It's flat. It's easy to walk. And it's not like you're hiking a mountain. So I've had questions about the driving range. I ain't no freaking Brody Smith. Okay, I ain't dropping $1,000. Just kidding. But the driving range is not available for warm up on your Thursday, Friday, Saturday rounds. What is available is the 5-hole short course where you can essentially throw full length shots. There's also going to be a couple other better practice baskets out there than what's on the short course, but there'll be plenty of warm up space, which is something is unique to the Bluff that they have that short course that we're able to warm up. It's something pretty cool. So. Yeah. We don't even need a stinking driver range, Brody. Get your $1,000 out of here. Just joking. Maybe if he ever came, we'd rent the driver range. Just saying. If anyone knows him, tell him we'd have him. All right. Moving on. Tee times are posted. You've received an email that has a link to the PDGA site that has the tee times. Those are posted for your first round on Thursday. Please, please, please do not be any later than 10 minutes before your tee time to your first tee. So if you're playing the Yaccoon back course, that one's a little trickier to get to, but it's farther back away, a little farther west from the clubhouse. So you got to walk down a path and get there. Be there no later than 10 minutes before, please. And if you're playing the Prodiscus front course, be there 10 minutes before. And then I'll be managing out the people out the front course. Dave Adamson, if you know him, he'll be out there on the back. They'll be sending people out, giving you what information you need for those. So it'll be fun. Speaking of fun, if you have spectators, bring them along. It'll be fun. Have them watch your round. We went and played Vegas this year, and I took my wife down there. and she's not a fan of disc golf. But she came around and walked, and at the end, she was watching the pros with me because she found out how much fun it was to actually walk around and watch. So if you have grandma and grandpa, we can accommodate them if they need a cart to spectate. But no, I don't think everybody can use a cart to spectate. You got to be able to stay out of the way and such. Also, if you want to spectate the pros, we've got some incredible pros. We got a freaking world champion playing this tournament. If you didn't know, Cade Filamahala is the junior world champion as of like a week ago. Not even a week ago.
Last weekend.
It's like 5 days
Saturday.
or something.
As of Saturday.
No, that's like 2 days, huh?
Yeah.
3 days. I don't know. But Cade is a champ. He is going to be on the feature card the first day, which is filmed. We will have post-produced coverage of that thanks to Infinite. They sponsored that, and they're going to take care of that. So we've got somebody filming these rounds, and it's going to be post-produced. We also have Clint Calvin coming out of San Diego. So Clint is a touring professional. I believe he had a top 10 finish in the Las Vegas Challenge this year. He also won the last couple major tournaments in Utah, which is the Patriot and the Salt Lake City Open.
And
So-
the pre-BC.
Oh, and he won the pre-BC yesterday. By like 5 strokes. So Clint's pretty good. But he wasn't playing Cade. He wasn't playing against a world champion. And also on that feature card, we've got Kessler Martin, who is the original Davis County Open champion. He's the OG. And then you've got the one and only Alex Tooves on that card as well. So it's going to be sweet. So come and follow it. We're going to have coverage every day. Come follow the league card. Make it fun for them. The more people we get following them, the excitement builds, the cheering, it's great. We just got to make sure we keep a little space and have fun.
We got some questions.
Let's hear some questions.
First one, water. What kind of water situation are we going to have on the course out there?
Right, you brought it up. It's on my list to go over. Water. Okay. We will have water. I'm planning on having some orange jugs full of cold water to start at the beginning of, like at the clubhouse, and also at like the 10th tee. So when you make the turn halfway through on each course. So we'll hopefully have a couple of those on each course out there. And we'll have some bottled water. But if you bring a water bottle with you, and if you can fill it up with ice before you come, if you have a nice one that'll hold ice, even better, because there's water fountains. There's like 4 or 5 water fountains out on the golf course already.
One off 15.
Yeah.
Well,
15.
15.
The tee of 14.
14 on the
14
front.
now.
Yeah.
Front. Yeah. There's a couple spots.
Yeah, there's a few of them out there. So, but we'll have water out there. Please bring your own too, and stay hydrated, guys. Like this, it's hot. We don't want anybody dying, and or even just DNFing. Not dropping any names. You know who you are, Dan Blair. Just saying. Good question on the water. Any other questions we need to get to?
Dallas is asking, is there an age limit for spectators? So probably kids.
So don't they have an 8 and under?
Ooh.
They have a spectator limit, but I don't know if it's going to apply for disc golf.
8 or 10, yeah.
So it's usually they're looking for the liability of a golf ball hitting you out on the course, and that's what they're worried about. I would say no, because in the past they've been against it, but call them if you want to get specific about kids spectating, like youth. I would say if it's for the lead card of Open, you're 100% fine, because there's not going to be any golfers out there. There's nobody playing behind them. So if you want to spectate the lead card of Open, I think that's fine. But if you're having like your kid come along with you on your card, I'd say that's probably a no-go. What else? Let's go down the list and see what I missed.
One other quick question.
What's up?
Somebody's never played these courses before. They're asking, are the holes well signed?
They are
I
very
think they
well
are.
signed.
I think you'll be able to find it flows very well, but also they are very well signed.
So a couple things that'll help you. So let's get this. So PDGA live scoring, we're going to be doing PDGA live scoring. Each card will have to have one person doing live scoring. So we'll make Dave and I at the beginning, when we're sending out groups, we're going to make sure one of you is keeping score on that. There's an access code, which is Infinite. So one of you, make sure your phones are charged so you're available to do that. Also, as a backup scorecard, If one of you will do U-disc, that's even better because U-disc has every one of these holes GPSed and mapped out.
Can't get lost.
You can't get lost. It's easy to find them. Odds are someone on your card has played this course and they'll know where to go, but you can't get lost. We went through today and replaced all the older T signs so that every hole has a T sign. You know what the next hole is. The graphics on them are fairly good that you'll be able to know which basket you're going to. So you shouldn't have a problem navigating the course, but U-disc will help if you on that card.
Look for the broken pickleball stakes on most of them.
On the front.
On the front.
On the back, the tee boxes are flagged. On the front, there's like little pickleballs that are broken. It's pretty fun for tee markers. Any other questions?
Jeez.
Not yet.
Let's see.
That
Okay.
brings us up.
Tee times. Let's see. The tee times for the following rounds. So for the Friday's round and Saturday's round will be posted at some point the night before. So it depends how late we get in and get going, but everybody's going to be regrouped according to how you finished. And those tee times will be posted the night before. So you'll have plenty of time to know when you're going to tee off that next day. So when you wake up in the morning, you should be able to have those ready to go. Let's see. Golly, I don't have tons more. Awards. Okay, so we have trophies and we have payout. So there's trophies for, if you look on the website, there's a link at the top. Depending on how many are in your division, every division will have a first place winner. If there's 15 or more in your division, you'll have a first and a second place trophy. If there's 30 or more, you'll have a first, second, and third. So they're pretty sweet trophies. Do you have one made of those?
Yeah.
Well, check this out. My wife's working on. She's a saint. Bless her soul. She's amazing. Check these out. You're gonna want one of these first place trophies. Trust me. Not everybody gets to take home the crystal beehive full of local honey. So, really, there's only one MJ18, so he kind of already has his name on this guy. But yeah, look at that. I just went to a guy that does beehive stuff. He's got a little honey dipper in there.
It's legit.
So yeah, it even has a little stand on it too that it stands on. That's pretty sweet. So that's the first place trophy. Second place, it's still honey, but not that extravagant. So you want to win some first place. It's pretty sweet. If you win that, if you're late enough on Saturday, we're going to have an awards thing after. But if your division ends earlier, you can take your award and bounce if you want. If you won payout, because of the what am I looking for? Of how much you're getting in your player pack and how much you're getting for your registration, we're not doing a full 45% AM payout of the field. So usually the PGA says you have to pay out 45% of the players in any given field. So if we had 100 players, we'd have to pay the top 45, that kind of idea. Because we're already giving you, if you added up about $70 player pack, $30 worth of green fees, PGA fees, all for $75, we're only paying a smaller amount, but those amounts are higher, the dollar amounts. So if you look on the website, you'll see what projected payouts are depending on how many people are in your division again. So they're pretty high. I don't remember what they were. What was the top? Was there any $200 ones there? I think there was some $200 if you went first in some of the bigger divisions. I can't remember. But it's good. It's good payout. And it's all in infinite credit. So if you're gonna get payout, it'll go to your infinite account. So you don't even need to stick around for that either. It'll go to you. If you want to stick around though, it's gonna be fun because we're gonna have that distance competition throw off and the putting competition throw off. So it'll be fun to stick around for the awards for that. So that'll be Saturday night. Let's go over a few things on the course because there's a few things that have come up in the pre-tournaments that we've done that we want to make sure we go over. The front course. Okay, general rules for all the courses is ball golf greens are out of bounds. If you land on a ball golf green, take it from where it was last in play. You can have a meter of relief and play it from there with a stroke penalty. All bunkers and there's long cuts of rough. We call it long grass, but there's long cuts of that are out there. It's very obvious. And if the line's not obvious, we've gone out there and painted the line on there. So you'll know it's with yellow paint. So anything with yellow paint on those long grass is hazard. If you land in the bunkers or the long grass, then you play it from where it lies with a stroke penalty. It's not too bad. Usually it's kind of the same rules we play. I'm trying to think, I was going to say something else and now I don't remember. But there's a lot of it out there. A lot of it's marked on those tee signs. So if you get up to a hole, it would be well on you to read all the rules on that tee sign before you even tee off. There's access to those tee signs and caddy book and all these rules on the website. That's where you'll access all those things. You can download a PDF of each course of all the caddy book on the website. So that's general for the entire course. Hole 2 on the front is a par 4 that dog legs left around the around the driving range. If you're the group behind and you're on the tee, don't wait for that group to finish the hole. You don't need to wait for that. Just wait for them to make the turn around the corner. Unless you really think you're going for it, which is very few people on there are going to try and go over the top and make it over there. But once they turn the corner, make your throw so we keep up the pace of play. Keep a good pace, please. Nobody likes to wait. So keep it going quick. Keep it smooth. Holes 14 and 15 on the front. Okay, we've got some rule waivers on those from the PDGA. They're not an island hole, but there's out of bounds and you're throwing over water on both of those. So if you throw out of bounds over an out of bounds line, you play normal out of bounds rules. If you throw in the water, if your disc lands in the water, even if you went inbounds and then rolled in the water, any disc that lands in the water goes directly to the drop zone. So there's no question on. We've had a lot where like maybe skipped on the water and you're trying to decide, did it touch, did it not? I don't know. Let's just give it to them. Well, now there's no question. If it touched and went in or not, doesn't matter. If it's in the water, it's OB, go to the drop zone. There's an odd case. We happened last night, Brady. If you happen to throw on hole 15, like completely over to the right side of the pond, your disc pretty much never came in bounds. He landed on the grass on the right side of the pond. The out of bounds line kind of curls around to the pond on that one. So if you end up, it's updated on your PDGA app, the PDGA Live Scoring app, the rule. It'll say if you land in the pond or on the right of the pond, you go directly to the drop zone. So hopefully there's no questions on those.
Or you can re-tee.
I'd go to the drop zone. It's a lot closer.
Drop zone.
But it's still not an easy drop zone. But if you go out of bounds anywhere else on painted lines, then you just take it from where it is with a stroke penalty. Hopefully we don't have any questions on that. The back is pretty straightforward. I don't think there's not a ton of water that comes into play on the back. It's just longer.
The OB lines around the water are not painted. It's just the waters.
I'm glad you brought that up. There's red paint. They had a golf tournament there, and someone came and painted some red paint all around some of the ponds. Disregard any red paint. That doesn't get on the water. The OB line is the water's edge. So if your disc is touching inbounds, then it's good. Someone's in our house. There was something else. There's also on hole 2 on the front. They had painted a white OB line for ball golf, and it was nowhere close to where we want it. So we painted over the top of it with green paint to kind of hide it the best we could. So don't disregard that. The OB line is the white line that has flags and stakes that follow it. So you'll be able to see it for visibility. A lot of these OB lines, just because there's no flags there, the flags are there for visibility. The line is the OB line. A lot of these will follow like a cart path. We didn't have flags there because you can already see the visibility of the outside of the cart path. So there was no need to add anything for visibility because there's already a path there. Does that make sense? So there's not flagged. But the line is there. When you get up close, you just know don't throw by the edge of the cart path. And it's all marked on the T signs. So
The long grass hazards, if any of the areas were kind of shady where the line was not super well defined, we went along those with yellow paint. So
yellow paint indicates hazard. White paint indicates out of bounds. So should be pretty straightforward. They're going to be mowing the course in the mornings each day we're playing the tournament too. So there's some baskets on the back. They're portable, Mike. And we're going to go through and replace them every day. So we're going to take care of all that. If they mow a line, we're going to repaint it. So if we're not going to, don't get mad at us for painting lines in the middle of it. We're just repainting if there's issues. If they paint a line off of that hazard, we're going to repaint it just so it's clear. We want to make sure everything's clear. And so up front, we're doing that. We don't want any world drama. What else? You guys have any questions? Any jokes? I don't think we have a lot more to go over.
I was reminded of one more thing. The buy, sell, trade event
Ooh.
will be happening from noon until 8 tomorrow. And that's just inside the gate, right? Just not the parking lot.
Just inside the parking lot. There's if you walk in from the parking lot, the clubhouse is on your left. Right on the right-hand side, there's a big flat part. They're going to sell. If you want to sell your discs, bring them, trade them, whatever you want to do, bring them. Put some up. It'll be good. Alan Holden's kind of running that show right there. So it'll be good. You're going to say something? You sound like you're going to say something.
there was just a question. For the distance competition, there's a little bit of it's like a bubble at the end of the path that leads to the driving range. We'll have a spot in that bubble to tee off for the distance competition.
We may not have the driving range booked for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but we have it tomorrow afternoon. So the distance competition will be on the driving range. The putting competition will be right there too. It'll just be on the back side of it. So shouldn't be too bad. Good question.
If you win the trophy, you can fill it with whatever you want, but they will come with honey.
Fill with adult beverages instead of. They're already full of honey, man. Maybe you can, add a little tequila to it or something. I don't know what you like with honey, man. If one of you, oh no, we're not. David, come on.
That's a little bit before my time, David. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you which one's cooler. I don't know. That's about it. Nobody has. Oh, David has the answer, of course.
All right.
Let's see.
Covered it.
I think that's pretty much it. No, anybody else have any questions? So hopefully you have all this information and you're not gonna get crazy. If you have questions, feel free to ask. We're always gonna answer them. It would be nice if you just everybody listened to this and heard all the answers and you don't ask the same question. But it's gonna happen. I'm Mo. I don't even know what Mo is. He's probably the handsome one. That's all I know. All right, that's all we got. We'll end this. Let's see. Do novices still play from the same tee pads? So that was all right. I'll give you the backstory on this. That was the dilemma we were trying to throw out. Do we put two sets of tee pads or do we just play from all the same? And I kind of decided on all the same. And the reason is I've played a couple big tournaments this year, and the one that was the most fun for me was the Las Vegas Challenge, because everybody played the exact same tee pads that all the pros did. Same rules, same tee pads, same everything. So even as me as an intermediate player at that tournament, I could click on the Disc Golf Network and watch these guys playing the exact same holes, same layouts, same rules that I played. I'd be like, dude, Ricky Wysocki just bogeyed that hole. I birdied that sucker. That guy's an idiot. So that's I think it's more fun that way, to be honest. And that's, yes, everybody's playing the same tee pads, the same layouts. So,
is Infinite going to be there at the event?
Yes, Mook on the Infinite Disc Tour will be there vending discs from Infinite. So he will also be running and managing the All Golf Challenge. So if you're going to play the All Golf Challenge, you go talk to Mook, and then you get in line. He's got scorecards for you, everything like that. He'll send you out, and then when you're done with your All Golf, you come back and give him your scorecard. So he'll be there. He's got lots of discs. He's bringing the whole kit and caboodle. He's having a good time.
Is there any practice available Thursday morning?
Thursday morning, you can call the bluff and try and get a tee time. Their mornings are swamped with ball golfers. That's where they make their money. Is you'll get a ball golfer playing 18 holes with the cart, and they pay $50. We can't say, let's let a golfer with a $10 green fee, a disc golfer with $10 green fee. So we got to let the golf course make their money. They do that in the mornings. You can call them and see if there's availability, but usually you don't play practice rounds on the tournament courses during the tournament. So that's kind of in the player book a little bit. There's other courses around you can hit if you want to practice, do some warming up. The Clinton Municipal, I don't know what they call that.
Clinton City Park.
It's like Civic Center or something on there or something. Clinton Civic Center. It's a city park. That's a fun little 9-hole course. If you want to play some warm up. Just like you take the street that tees off across from the parking lot of the bluff, there's a park that's not even a half mile down the road. That's a huge park that nobody will be at in the mornings. I don't think.
To the north?
To the north.
To the north.
It's Lloyd Blake Park. Huge park. You can go and throw to your heart desire. The short course will be available in the mornings, most likely.
Yeah, the short course will be available anytime that you'd like to play that. So
if you want to make a tee time and do some ball golfing in the mornings, you're welcome to, you know.
yeah, but the only time the courses will be booked out for practice will be the front course tomorrow at 12 and then the back course after 2.
But you've got it for like 6 hours on the back and 8 hours on the front. So you got lots of time. Tomorrow, hopefully, you can take advantage of that. I don't see any other questions.
Yep.
Okay. It'll be exciting. We'll see y'all there. Make sure you check in when you come tomorrow. Thank my wife and mom because they've done a lot of work and helped out. They're doing a lot of great things. You'll see Chad there. If you have any questions, ask Chad too. You can ask Colton. If you have rules questions, you can ask me. You can ask Chad. He can solve any rule dilemma that I can solve too. When you get on the course, if there is an OB decision to be made, you don't know if it's OB, if it's on the edge, OB, not OB, the benefit always goes to the player. So if you ask me, this happened and we don't know if it was in or out, and you come to ask me, I'm going to tell you, well, what did the card say? Well, we couldn't decide. I was like, well, if you can't make a decision, then I'm giving the benefit to the player. So you can already assume that's what's going to happen with me because that's how it works. So
Garrett, tomorrow when the courses are booked out,
there's always one guy that shows up late and didn't hear this, Garrett.
Just
and
call
this one's you.
just call for a tee time and make sure that you have a tee time before you go out there.
It's always those weird guys that throw thumbers that show up late that just have all these questions that already been answered, Garrett. Son of a gun. Just kidding, Garrett. I love you. Yes. You can call this tomorrow morning if you want to make tee times. When you're there, you can go inside and make tee times. So if you want to try and get one of the earlier ones and be on the front of the list, do that. Try and get a decent group, right? Like try and get 4 people. Don't do like 6-ems. Keep it to 4, maybe 5, and play at a good pace even the practice rounds. There's going to be people behind you.
Tee times should be within a couple hours, depending on your divisions. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're top card and then you drop to bottom card, obviously there's going to be a big discrepancy there. But
Yeah. If you look at there's a window that rec plays in on Thursday. You'll see rec tee. If you're in rec and the rec tee times start at 5:30 and end at 6:30, and you have a 2-hour window there, you're going to be playing in that same window. The exception is going to be Saturday, where all the tee times are bumped up a half hour earlier to leave room for any playoffs for first place that we need to do, so we don't run out of daylight. We had an incident last night where the sprinklers came on for our C tier. We've worked it out with the bluff. They're going to push everything back, so there's no sprinklers coming on, so we should be set. So good question on the tee times. But, yeah, we should be good to go. If anybody has any more questions, feel free to email me, daviscountydg@gmail.com. That's it. That's all I got.
Thanks, guys, for coming out.
It's great.
Thanks for your time. It's exciting.
Look forward to seeing you guys.
It'll be fun.